was caught on my ass.
Okay.
So,
Right, you got the
so I got a question. Now, how old was you when you felt that you was grown?
Probably 18.
18? Okay. So, at 18, you felt that you was grown. You got all your faculties. Can you walk? Can you talk? Can you read? Can you move through society? So, if you have all of those capabilities, why are we mentioning programs? Why are we mentioning that you was put out on your ass?
Hold on, okay, rephrase your question because now the way I didn't interpret it right.
Okay.
No, I got to say this. You're taking a bad angle.
No, I'm not.
Because we're trying to talk
but
about.
You don't know. But all right, go ahead. But you don't know what I'm talking about. But go ahead.
You basically said if she's. I know
no,
what
I'm
you
not.
said.
You don't know what I'm saying.
Well, say what you gonna say.
Well, then you cutting me off.
What you gonna say? What you gonna say?
Never mind. And so it may be touchy, and so we're gonna retract from that. And so, Miss Lady, beautiful book. My God, appreciate y'all coming. We're gonna redirect to one of the topics.
No, we don't talk. I want to talk about what we're talking about because I'm saying that like. All right, so
when you're telling me what I'm talking about,
you asked her why are we talking about programs if you can walk, talk.
That's not what I'm asking.
That's what you said to her. That's what you said.
I asked her when did she feel like she was an adult.
Okay.
And
I think that's 18 as a baby.
So once you become an adult, then
when I became an adult was 2020. 2021. When
So
I got
how
my own apartment and had my own stuff and was on my feet and been on my feet.
And how old was you at that age?
I'm 32 now, so that's like 30, 29, 30.
29. Okay. So now you saying that you feel like an adult at 29, but society accepted you an adult when you was 19. And so that's all I'm saying. I'm like, there's no weird angle to it. You know what I'm saying? All I'm asking is when do you take responsibility of how you move and what's going on? There's no disrespect in that. You know what I'm saying? And so we got you here now today, and it was all out of love. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to. And so, no ill intent.
But you know, I know you, Leland. I know you.
You don't know me.
Everybody knows
You
Leland.
don't know me,
This
bro.
show has been going on for 2.5 years. They know Leland angles, and I definitely panic and hit the panic button because Leland. Now, listen, my man's love to play strings and antagonize. And in this situation, I really want you to be able, on this platform, I really wanted you to be able to be vulnerable and speak your truth without any judgment as far as it, because he believes you're an adult at 18 years old.
No, you can't tell me what I believe.
You said it.
You can't tell me what
All right, so when did you become an adult, Leland?
Listen, ask her. You already know how I feel. Now we got another opinion. And
She said that
29.
29. I agree with you. I did not. I was not an adult at 21.
Had them kids.
Okay. No,
when you had them kids.
Yeah, but I'm saying
when
I had to become an adult.
You had them kids.
All right, by law. This is just us. This is what we do. We brothers. But by law, you are legally an adult at 21 years old. He said at 18. I said 21. Well, the law says at 21. But I'm saying that as you're not an adult until you.
I don't think he put an age on it at all.
He does, though. He does. That's what I'm saying. He does.
That's what I'm asking. Because I think a 15-year-old baby is mature enough to have. Because I know women that didn't raise families at 15. My sister was married at 15. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was right or wrong, that depends on who you ask. And so, I don't know. I'm just asking questions. And so, I ain't got no answer.
I think there is not a certain age where you become an adult. you may become an adult
That's what I said.
at 19, and it might have took me to 26.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's your conditions and your mentality that, you know.
Or you may become one at 16.
I just,
Because you know that the military that saved this country, they was signing up at 13, 14, 15 years old. They was faking documents to go to war for the same freedoms that we have here now today. To play this microphone, to play that camera, you can't do this at other places. You go somewhere else, none of it.
so you don't believe in victims of circumstances, or growing up in a impoverished community? And like you said, you were taught by somebody that was going to find a way to make some money, even if they had to go steal. This is a fact. Same way with me. I was taught by somebody that if they was going to find a way to get some money, they would sell drugs. So then I became a product of that. So my point that I'm trying to make to you is, I don't understand what it's like to be a foster child, but I have a lot of friends that grew up in the system, and they all have the same thought process when it comes to, like, they didn't have nobody. I feel that way too. I'm not a foster kid at all. I had my parents, but my mom kicked me out when I was like 17 years old. And it was so hard trying to weave through life with no guidance as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Well, from a parent. So I was just trying to understand your angle when you said that you were 29 years old when you felt like you became an adult. I believe that's true. I don't believe I became an adult until I was like 27. You know what I'm saying? And that was after having kids and getting married and trying to figure out my life. Now I feel like an adult. But at 22, 23 years old, I was a baby.
Was you 29 years old when you stood on your square in someone else's home and you told them to respect you as a woman, to respect you as an adult? Was you 29 or was you 15? Or was you 14? And so, again, what are we talking about? I'm not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about, and yes, I do have angles, and yes, I do understand that, but that's, I'm talking, we just talking here. And so, again, we can go to the, or we can continue it, because I want to touch on something you said, though, but we got a guest, we got books, you know what I'm saying? This is a joyous occasion. And so,
Brandy said, I was an adult, you hadn't reached maturity. I mean, yeah. Sharita says she want to hear her. So,
who's Sharita?
Sharita Johnson. She says she want to hear what she had to say about growing up in the system. So basically, let me retract the comment. So, do you believe that you were a product of your environment?
Yes. I also grew out of that too, recently. But I do feel like I was a product of my environment because I didn't have nobody. All my life, I really only technically, like, real life, had my sister. And, she's so much, she got 4 kids now. But, for support-wise, money-wise, or, a place to stay, or just anybody, I just only had my sister. My brother, he be in his own little world, he cool though. But I didn't have nobody. Like, I had people I called my family, but when it came to like real life situations, me going to jail or something like that, I couldn't really call on them, or it was like, yeah, nigga, I see you out, but it wasn't like letters, pictures, nothing like that in the mail. I got phone calls answered, but when I real life didn't have nobody, so I did have people, friends at the time, but they became my family because they taught me, life skills to get by and to do things. And that's how I made my money.
You got a question, LB, before I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's get to it. So the book, Devil's Nest, it talks about being married to a serial killer. How did you meet Nico Jenkins?
Well, I wouldn't say the first time because I went to jail for the weekend, but basically the first time I actually did time in jail was from like August to January 1st between 2009 and 2010. And when I went in there, I was on there because Ron, and she was talking to a guy I used to mess with, girlfriend at the time, she ran down how I was, like, you know, in a relationship or when I deal with something, somebody, it wasn't bad. So she told her, like, good things, you know, just learning about me. So when the girl got bonded out of jail, me and her got cool and got tight, and she was like, I think you're a very nice person. You got a good heart. I think you should fuck with my brother. So I'm like, who your brother? And so she showed me, and I was like, oh, he handsome, you know. And I'm like, okay. And so she started telling me about him, telling me everything about him.
Did he have all those tattoos? When you said he was handsome?
He only had his left side done in his neck.
And you met him while you were in prison?
In jail.
Okay, well.
She was on remand on a drug charge. So she was in the county. I went to jail. I didn't go to prison until I was like 20.
You're talking to a square bear. I don't know the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to a square bear. Jail is jail to be like. Make sure you like and share. Make sure you like and share.
Or NSP, you know how it goes. But
Go ahead.
But no, well, I don't know. Go ahead.
So basically, she said she wanted to hook you up with her brother. Where was he at the time?
He was in Tecumseh. He was in AC, so he was in his room 23 hours a day.
What's AC? Please break it for the
Administrative confinement.
Yeah.
So he was in jail.
Yeah, when he was in prison.
Prison.
For doing his 10-year sentence on his robberies.
He robbed, and that's how he got the 10-year charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when y'all first talked, was it over the phone or
He was
through
in
mail?
jail. No, I started writing him. She third mailed it. So I was
So
writing him.
you sent him a letter.
Yeah,
You sent him the first letter.
I did.
What did you start out with? What was the start out?
Well, they were siblings, so she could write him. So I would write him, and she would put it in an envelope and send it to him.
So what did you say?
I don't even remember.
Was you nervous?
I was. I just told him about me, basically, and how I grew up, you know, what type of person I am, and he fed off that. And when he wrote me back, it was like 2 days later, and it was like an 8-page letter. And she was looking through it like she was counting, and she was like, And she handed it to me, and he addressed me. He called me Sweet Peach.
Sweet Peach.
So you think that it started off as trauma bonding?
Yes, I always said that. I said that on my TikToks.
Now, out of the millions of trauma bonded women that was writing,
I didn't know that at the time. Thank you.
And so, no, I'm not now. You know what I'm saying? Now, why he chose you?
Because I'm a sweet person at heart. You know what I'm saying? I went through it. I went through foster care. I didn't have nobody to get me.
So you was the most trauma bonded?
I was the most positive one. I don't know. He didn't really talk. He talked to like a couple of women, you know, but he didn't have too many women at this time. So
it wasn't really about that, because I guarantee there's a bunch of them reaching out on that trauma bond, but it was just you. I mean, because he chose you out of thousands and thousands of women.
To my knowledge, what?
See what you thinking about, since his name.
I'm thinking of Charlie Manson.
Oh, he's talking about the aftermath.
She met
No.
him before.
Oh,
I met him before
okay.
this. Oh, no.
So I thought you met him.
I met him when I was 18. I married him when I was 19.
Oh, okay.
He murdered those people when I was 25.
Oh.
So y'all was done with each other?
No, I was, I'm lying. I was 22. 22.
So you was with him when he murdered the people?
Yeah, and I divorced him when I was 25.
Okay. But y'all have had how many actually days of marriage and holding hands and holy matrimony? You know what I'm saying? Like how many days actually?
I knew that. I should have been told you to speak up. Like they saying they can't really hear you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You just got to kind of use the outside voice in here.
Go ahead.
You good.
So how many actual physical days of holy matrimony?
He was out for 27 days. I probably seen him 5-6 times.
5-6 times?
Yeah.
Y'all married in the beat?
Huh?
Did y'all get married while he was in prison?
Yep.
Okay.
And then he got
So,
out.
okay.
Before he went to prison for the big shit.
And so then they continue again. Okay. So now, fast forward. So he gets out of jail, commits the crime.
Right.
Do you feel like you was extra manipulated into this? How do you feel like you tie into the whole case, his legend or in your position in the whole thing today?
I wasn't tied into nothing. The first day he had got out, he's so paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
We just got done having sex in the shower. It was crazy. That's enough. I'm not even talking about that. But my phone had rung and he was like, "Who the fuck is that bitch?" And his mom was like, he was like, "Turn the phone off." And his mom was like, "Give me your phone." He was like, "Take the battery out." And so like later on that day, I ended up stealing my phone out her purse while they was like out the car talking to all of his hood homies. So that happened, and his mom assaulted me like twice that night.
He got mad your phone rang?
Yeah, they took my phone for the whole day. She was like, "Fuck your family. It's about your husband."
But you said you was what twice that night?
Huh?
You said what happened to you twice that night?
She assaulted me like twice that night.
Physically?
Yeah, she slapped the shit out of me.
Okay. That's in there?
That's in that book too.
So that to me
So
that day is red flag,
okay, so
right?
the bullshit started there at that hotel when he got that gun.
You was with him when he got the gun?
No, I wasn't. I
Okay.
was not aware of that.
Okay.
I just was on some. This your first day out, and you got me messed up. Where the hell is you at? And I popped up at the hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like my radar was just,
Okay.
that's your mate. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I was going to hotels trying to figure out where they was.
That intuition, that woman intuition?
So, what was I about to say?
You was on the
You
first
popped
night
up
out.
at the hotel.
Yeah, so me taking the phone, excuse me, I'm going back. So this is why we had separated while I was looking for him. So I had took my phone back, and they was trying to get one of his family members' numbers out of my phone. And so they was looking for the phone, ended up finding it on me. And he asked me, like, I stuffed it in my panties and stuff. And he like, "Did you take the phone?" And I looked at him and I told him no.
Mm-hmm.
And so that right there put him on the radar not to trust me because I lied to him in his face. So that right there saved my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't trust me, so he really didn't do nothing around me, you know?
That's a good point, though. That you scared him into, let me back off of her. I can't trust her because him getting that trust out of you. Was he killing people that trusted him? I don't know the Nico Chicken story.
He was killing.
Hey, yo, what's up? Have you seen the Smartest Dumb People podcast?
Yo, are you dumb?
I'm getting smarter just thinking about it. Politics, sports, your mama, whatever. The Smartest Dumb People podcast cover everything. With Anthony "That Dude" Johnson and special guests, you're about to learn everything you need to know about everything you need to know. Man, I even had to buy a new pair of glasses after watching the show. So yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all do it on Facebook, Instagram. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. So stop wasting your time watching other podcasts. It's the only one you need.